Welcome to today's reading with me, Rosalind. This is Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance, and today we're going to look at, should you tackle this situation? Now, this can be any situation, but this has come up in quite a few conversations I've had with people where something's going on and they just don't know whether to say something about it or not. They just don't know whether to do something about it or not. And if they should do or say something, should it be now or should they wait? So this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching it straight away, we've got Christmas coming up, which can sometimes make us question even more. Should I say something, or should I do something, or should I leave it until after Christmas? You know, it depends how much it's pushing on you. So we're going to have a look at that with Spirit today, because I thought they'll know the answers. So we've got pile 1 here, which says flexible, number 19. We've got pile 2 that says why, number 31. And we've got pile 3, serendipity, number 18. And you can go to the timestamps in the description and it will take you straight to your reading. And if you do want to work with me directly as a life coach or as a spiritual guidance mentor or for direct one-to-one readings, you can find all that information in the description. I have a shop on the Buy Me a Coffee link, and I also have all the information about working with me as a life coach on my website, which is shown in the description as well. So please enjoy your reading. I really hope that you do. If you do like your reading, just click on like and subscribe for me, because it really helps me to grow my channel so that I can help more people like you. Enjoy your reading, Foxglove friend. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to today's reading. You have chosen the card of flexibility. Now, I've actually worked with Spirit to pick several cards out already today, so we're going to have a look at what those are, and we'll get some more detail around whether you should tackle this situation or not. So we're just going to go through the cards and I'll build up the story as we go, and we'll get advice for you and have a look what the final conclusion is at the end. So the first card that you have picked is flexible. And it's suggesting that in this situation, it's maybe not as direct as you initially believe it to be. So if you can be more open-minded and flexible for a more win-win solution, and less rigid in your mindset about how you think this is and the experience that you're having of this, it might not actually be the same from the other person's perception, but we'll have a look at that. So that's your first card about having a flexible mindset. We've then got there's something better. That's a beautiful card. Oops, made that go wonky now, look. We've got there's something better. We've then got the courage of your love. Very interesting indeed. We've then got illumination. So from these cards alone in the first instance, this feels like a pretty big shift for you somehow, pile 1. So the courage of your love states quite strongly as particular guidance in this reading that you're not to give in to anything less than your worth. If there's anybody trying to make you feel ashamed or make you feel like you've done something wrong, or if they're lying to you in some way, that's not good. You shouldn't give in to that element. But this is going to bring a greater understanding of something, maybe between you and this person, or about yourself, and there's a better way of being. So the situation is pushing you to actually make choices that enable you to value your self-worth more. It's this card in particular talks about if there's deception in some way, you don't have to believe that perception. Stand in the power of your own light, and make sure that. So I'm just, should you tackle this situation? I feel like yes, but in a certain kind of way. And we're going to get more detail about that. So this is very much about you standing in your own light. It's very much about, you don't need to stay in a situation. You don't need the situation to be the same as it's been previously, pal one. And that's what's coming up with the flexibility. So stay true to who you are. There's a better way of being in this situation or with this person that you're inquiring about, and flexibility is required as part of that. But speaking up in love is what's important here, and this card says that, the courage of your love. So this card, I'm focusing on this because this is a pretty strong card. I feel like this is the main central point at the minute, which is saying that there's something that maybe you need to defend, something that you possibly need to speak up about in love, in self-worth, or in protection of another, so that you can actually put forward that there is a better way, that with flexibility and by shining the light on a situation, by bringing it to the open, by bringing it to the surface, you can actually have a better way of moving forwards. It doesn't matter how long this has actually been going on for. You know, if it's been going on, if there's a kind of status quo that's been going on for a really long time, it doesn't mean you should go, well, it's always been like this. This card's saying that it is time to do something positive in a loving way to make this situation better. But that may come in a different way to what you're expecting. You are empowered to succeed, and there's some sort of victory that's coming with this card to support you, so don't give up. Truth is on your side. Then, as I said, truth is on your side. Luna joined in and barked, so I'll just cut that out a little bit. But truth is on your side, pile one. It is important for you to honour your own truth in a positive way. Now, let's get some more cards so that we can really understand a bit more about what is going on, please, Spirit, for pile one. Can we have any more information about what's going on for them, just to get a bit more detail with regards to this? Okay, so it might be a new project, an idea of something that you want to be doing. It might be work related, it might be some sort of entrepreneurial thing, and sometimes it can be lots of ideas, you know, kind of pondering on the potential for the future. It might be that you're wanting to start a new future and you don't know how to make that change with the people around you, because if you're looking to make, well, there's something better. This is tying in here. So there is something in which there's a better way for you to live, I want to say, pile one. Whether it's a better way of engaging with certain people, or whether it's a better way of living, you know, whether it's a new project, a new home, there's something of that sort of nature coming up, whether it's a new job, or there's a better way of doing things. The courage of your love, the courage to speak up and to, you know, have honesty from yourself put into the world. Three of Swords, yeah, so there might be something where you felt hurt or upset by what's going on in this situation. That might be driving. You may be afraid that you're going to get hurt if you take action with regards to this situation, pile one. but it might be based on hurts that you've experienced in the past. I feel like the key is to speak up, but in a loving way. So without aggression, without attack. Be flexible in your approach to this. Spirit, what else is going on? Okay, and this is going to bring you into a very new way of being, Pile 1. This is going to take you down that path that we can see there to a new world. You know, it might just be that it's somebody that you've encountered this similar situation with over and over again, and in the past you've stayed quiet or you've not taken action because it's scary. You know, a lot of time we don't feel empowered to take a stance or a stand or to speak up because of things from our childhood. A lot of our childhoods have consisted of, you know, don't speak, don't be heard. If you say something that's incorrect, people are going to get angry. If you do something that somebody doesn't like, you know, your peers might not like you. You might get expelled from the community somehow, or, you know, there's all those elements that still rest within us when we're trying to make a decision about doing something that we fear people might react badly to. But this is a rebirth moment for you. This is about you shining your light, standing in your own light because you matter, having the courage within your heart to stand up for something that matters to you and to make those shifts and changes. So this is coming up for me quite strongly as a yes, do tackle this situation now. Well, let's see if we can get, so how will they feel? That's what I'm going to say. If there's people in life, how will others feel? Let's put it like that. So whether this is about a person or a situation, let's have a look at how will others feel if you do that. Pride. So people actually will be very proud of you, even if they're not entirely keen on what they're hearing in some way. But I feel like this is a positive thing. Look, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. People will be proud of you if you have the courage to make these changes. What else will they feel? For pile 1, please, Spirit. This is nice. Oh, that looks a bit harsh, but this is a good thing because we've got rebirth here. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So if part of tackling the situation is to end something, to move into something that's new, to have, you know, you're dreaming of something that's better, because there is something that's better for you out there, pile 1. Some things need to end so that you can step into the new, better world. Things need to be illuminated and brought to the surface so that you can have more, so that you can have better positive things, a better way of living and a better way of life. What else do I need for you? Spirit, can we have a little bit of advice for pile 1, please? This does feel so positive, pile 1. Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. What's standing out to me here is, you see that person there is so much, they're quite quirky, they're standing in their own energy of being unusual and different. They've got all these beautiful birds around them, I don't know if you can see that, which are messengers. The birds, and there's the butterfly of transformation there. This person's got wings, which shows that they're going to blossom, that you will blossom and bloom into something that can fly. The world is just waiting for you to fly, and it's by taking action and tackling certain situations now that will allow you to move forward and actually fly forward with what you want to do now. So, what else do we want? I'm going to get another card for you just to see. One more advice. Solar plexus. Actually, this is really interesting because the solar plexus chakra, which is the one that's kind of just above your tummy button, and it's usually yellow in colour, is what we say. That is actually about taking action. Not only is it about taking action, it's about listening to your intuition and overcoming fears. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. Yes, tackle this situation now, pile one. That is beautiful. What a beautiful validation of what we're asking about. I want to get one final card for you. Spirit, please can we have a final card about the outcome for pile one, please. This is a lovely, empowering reading, pile one. Shine your light so beautifully on the world. Do the changes that you need to do to have a better and positive life. Try not to be afraid of endings because there are better things out there for you. Try not to be afraid of tackling this situation because it will deliver a more positive way of living for you going forward with whatever it is. She offers the sacred wine, so drink. Okay, wow, look at that card. That's beautiful and stunning, isn't it? So this is a bit like, from my perspective, this is a bit like the Ace of Cups, which is about new love, a new love of life, a new way of being, and a new opportunity, something positive. And it's saying you are being offered something that is shining. Look, we've got a lot of illumination here, a lot of positivity about what's coming forward for you, pile one. So this card is showing you that there's a huge amount of potential for you, and it's time for you to step up and embrace that. Now is the time. And that may require you to use your voice to speak up, to not allow yourself to sit in a position of anything that's less than what you're worth. I'm just going to read some of this out to you because the Rumi cards, these are the Rumi cards, look, they have fantastic, really great messages in them, but they're quite long and some of them are quite poetic. So I'm just going to pick out some of this. Part of it says, will you say yes to me? I want to take you with me on a wild adventure. There we shall be, tripping, stumbling, falling like fools, laughing our most unconstrained laughter as we drink the sweetest of offerings. Raucous and silly shall we be, though undoubtedly we are the noblest and most royal lineage. Nonetheless, standing inside the tavern, warm and illuminated by the golden hearth fires, we will hold on to each other, barely able to stand up straight, crying with so much laughter, sweet wine coursing through our blood. It says, you are being offered a gift that is beyond your understanding. This gift is from the hand of the divine beloved, an offering to you that will lift you beyond what you have known into the next opening of your inner eye, of your heart, of your soul, so that it may caress the earth with the light of heaven. Pile one. I'm delighted for you. How beautiful. So, please do not be afraid. Please embrace your future because it's bright. And do tackle this situation now with love in your heart. and allow yourself to go forward, knowing that there is something very much better for you on the other side of this situation. If you liked this reading, please do click the like and subscribe button. And if you want to work with me as a life coach or for one-to-one readings, do have a look in my description. The Buy Me a Coffee link has a shop in it, so you can work with me one-to-one through readings and past life regressions and therapy. But my website has everything to do with life coaching. So if you want to transform your life in a positive way and have support as you go through those shifts and transitions, you can work with me in an ongoing manner by going onto my website. Thank you for watching Pile 1. Take care. Goodbye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to today's reading. You have picked the card Why. So, should you tackle this situation? And the answer is to ask yourself why. So I have picked out several cards already with spirit, so we'll go through what's in those. But the first element of this is that you are being asked to understand not only why this situation or with a person or the situation itself is happening, but more so, why are you being triggered? Why are you feeling the way that you're feeling? Is it bringing up things from the past that need to be healed? Is it bringing up, I want to say, lower density issues within you that no longer serve you? You know, because quite often things will come into our life to really dredge up old stuff, and it's so that they can be brought into the open and released for our healing, so that we don't have to live with limiting beliefs or conditioning that no longer serves us. It's so that we can live in more happiness by not carrying around baggage which we don't need anymore. So I'm going to put that there. We're going to have we're going to look more into what's going on. We'll get advice for you, and we'll see what's happening and sort this out. Interesting. So you've got perfect timing. So whatever's going on now, whatever situation you're pondering on tackling, and the emotions and things that it's bringing up for you, is all happening in perfect timing. There's a reason that you're going through this now. There's a reason that it's coming to help clear this stuff within you away. We've got Al-Uza, Star of Venus. Wow, look how beautiful that is. And I really like that purpley colour. This purpley colour has got the magenta colours in it. Now, this not only can be sometimes representative of like a dark night of the soul, where you're feeling deep emotions, deep feelings that you don't necessarily want to be feeling. You might be judging the feelings that you're getting and feeling uncomfortable about the feelings that you're getting, but actually it's to bring you into the light. It's to allow you to step forward in your spiritual path, you know, to allow your soul to progress and learn so that it can be lighter and brighter and happier and more peaceful than ever. And the magenta within this is very much about your soul purpose and your soul journey. So this is coming up at the right time so that you can clear some of the issues that have been weighing you down in your life, so that you can step into a more positive future. Pile 2. Now, part of this also shows the balancing of masculine and feminine. So that might be to do with the relationship that you're in. It might be to do within yourself. It's asking you, or it supports you in stepping beyond the, I want to say, kind of like an ego limitation of identification with the masculine and the feminine. So what that means is that we all have masculine and feminine elements within each of us. The traits of authority or or nourishment or nurturing or taking action. You know, they're all kind of the masculine and feminine elements of energy. This shows that you're going through a process which is actually going to almost take you to a higher place spiritually, so that those aspects rise to such a spiritual higher vibrational frequency level that they almost become unrecognizable. So now, whether this is in a practical way, that you need to not be so worried about what is a man's role, what's a woman's role, it might be that aspect, but it also might be the fact that you are embracing all elements of yourself in such a way that you're rising to such a spiritually enlightened level, that who should be doing what, or or those elements sort of turn into something that doesn't matter so much anymore, because the light of love shines on all of us. When you rise to a vibrational frequency where you're really, you know, Venus, where you're really in a loving space, then none of these things matter anymore. And this is coming along. I hope this makes sense to you, pal, too. I might have gone a little bit too super spiritual on you. I don't know. Please do comment in the comments if you want to. But you basically go into it. This is happening for you. These things are being triggered for you so that you can step into a more positive, higher vibrational, happier way of being. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got clarity, and I like the fact that they're the same sort of colours as well as what we're talking about. So something that is going on within this situation at the minute is enabling you to understand more about who you've been, about why you are where you are, about what's happened to you in the past, so that you can bring it up and release it. Right, let's have a look at some more cards about what is going on for pal 2, please, so we can just get a bit more detail. What's going on for pal 2, please, Spirit? What's going on for pal 2, please, Spirit? Two of Wands, so there's something here about walking through a doorway, you know, to the potential of a new world, of leaving behind what no longer serves you at an emotional level, so that you can walk out through fear into something that is much more lighter and open and more positive for you going forward. Pile 2, Spirit, please can you give me more detail? So it could be a new opportunity, it could be, we've got the Prince of Cups here. Now this is interesting, because the Prince of Cups tends to be rather the romantic. So if this is to do with a relationship, it's maybe helping you. If it's to do with a romantic relationship, it's possibly allowing you to let go of old baggage so that you can walk through a doorway and have a much more romantic connection. What I also want to say is that it might be to enable you to have this creative. I do apologise. Little phone call started coming in then. I don't know if you heard the ping then or not. Oh, love is calling. Part 2, love and romance and creativity and yeah, it's calling. Literally. So that's on the horizon. It will, and I also feel like if you deal with, so rather than tackling this situation externally, if you deal with this situation within you and look at, because sometimes it's not about blaming others for what we're feeling and for what's going on. It's actually that they have come into our world, or they are doing certain things that are serving us at a soul level so that we can do the work within. So quite often we'll go, that person is making me feel like this. Well, no, they aren't making you feel like that. That feeling is within you already. And because that feeling's within you already, they're just pushing on that sensitive spot of soreness to show you there's an ouch that needs healing, So, and if you've healed the ouch, then what they were doing wouldn't affect you at all. So there's something where once you've gone through this process and once you've allowed yourself to heal, and obviously you can work with me to heal PAL 2. I do therapies and I change patterns using neurolinguistic programming, and I do intuitive life coaching as well. You can check that out on my website, which is in the description. It's going to bring in a much softer engagement with somebody or with yourself, allowing more romance, more poetry, more creativity, all those nice things into your life, is what I want to say. I think it's going to positively impact. In fact, let's have a look. If you tackle this within yourself rather than externally, how are people around you going to view you? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So that may be the case that they will stick with you while you go through this process, PAL 2. That's what I want to say in a really positive way. Or that it's important for you to stick with them. Maybe they recognise that you've been sticking with them through difficult times. Maybe they understand that more than you realise. And maybe they appreciate it more than it's kind of coming across. PAL 2. Spirit, how is PAL 2's person or people seeing them at the minute? Let's do that. Okay, so they're seeing that you're going through an element of grief, PAL 2. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So they may see that something's been difficult for you, or that you've lost something that has caused you upset and is maybe why you've gone into this dark night of the soul, or that you've been down or a little bit or a lot sad or unhappy or depressed. There's understanding towards you more than you might realise, which is very interesting. Can we have some advice for PAL 2, please? Spirit. Spirit, what advice have we got for PAL 2, please? Throat chakras. Oh, now this is nice. So what we've got is the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So maybe as part of the answer to the question of should you tackle this situation now, is that once you've reflected on why you feel this way, that you could actually gently and kindly state, this is what's going on with me. This is why I feel this way. Sometimes these behaviors or these experiences that I go through with you raise this feeling because of what I've been through or what's going on within me. So that this person that you're so that the person that you're inquiring about, or the people, can actually understand. They're willing to understand, pile two, is what's coming up here. I think it's about communicating lovingly. So without reacting and going, why are you doing this to me? Which might be applicable for some of you. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. With that, sometimes we can want to lash out when we're feeling like something is happening to us. But actually, by understanding yourself more, having the clarity to understand what's going on with you, and then being able to say, this is who I am, this is what's happened, I'd like to get past this, but I'm feeling all these feelings. And sometimes what you're doing is pushing on that emotion, and I really want to get past it, but I recognize that, it's not necessarily all you. But you could even say it would be really great if you could just consider that this does have that impact on me, whether you mean for it to or not. So that's kind of what's coming up. Spirit, let's have a bit more advice, please, for pile 2. You are, okay, that's interesting. You are profoundly clairvoyant. I'll hold that bit closer. So it says, trust what you see in your mind's eye, as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Now, there's a chance that you're going through some of these darker elements, like I said at this point, if you're on a spiritual journey, because your sixth senses are increasing with their ability, or you're rising your vibrational frequency, whether you're intending to do so or not, it seems like you are taking a spiritual step up, if you like, pile 2. That can increase our sensitivities, but also with the perfect timing, part of the reason that these things need to be cleared out, so the issues of the hurts and pains from the past come to the surface, because they're not meant to weigh us down. If they're still inside us, then it's going to pull our vibrational frequency down. Whereas if it's cleared, then you can rise up higher than ever to be at this more spiritual, higher vibrational frequency, and your gifts will become stronger and clearer. Pile 2. If you want to work with me in that as a life coach, then I do work with people to help them progress as a medium, a psychic, and on their spiritual journey in whichever way you need assistance. So that's beautiful validation from spirit that, you are stepping into an even more profoundly, yes, you are profoundly clairvoyant, pile 2. I'm going to get you 2 more cards. Which ones do I want? I want this one. So, if pile 2 takes the action advised around this reading and about looking at themselves and clearing out what no longer serves them, so that they can be happier and healed, what is the potential outcome for them, please? Flexibility. Okay, so maybe you're in a current position where you're possibly being a little bit controlling in certain ways. But by having flexibility in life, it's less stressful if you feel more naturally flexible. Stop for a second, because Luna's food delivery came, and they've just delivered Luna's Christmas dinner. You get a little additional thing. Luna's my dog, if you don't normally watch me, but they've people I buy her food from who've sent a little Christmas dinner for her with the package as well. Anyway, so apologies. I was just saying, lack of flexibility and too much control can be debilitating, pal 2. So this will allow you to have more flexibility in life, which allows you to enjoy life more. So I'm just going to get you one more card. One more card. The impossible made possible. So, by going through this process, by clearing out what no longer serves you, by doing the work on yourself, it's going to enable you to have things that you never dreamed of before. It's asking you, this card is specifically asking you to let go of doubt, shed the incredulity and open up the mind. Allow your imagination to be inspired as though you are a child in a great garden, hearing the breath of the earth in the wind-whipped leaves and the voices of the ancestors in birdsong. I'm just reading a little bit from the Rumi Oracle book because they're so poetic and lovely. It says, the universe wants something to happen for you, something beautiful, something utterly improbable, and something perfect for your path, your own unique divine destiny. Your mind will wonder if it is even possible. People around you may wonder the same thing, but your heart will burn for it to become real, to become more than a fantastic, improbable dream. You'll want it with all your soul. You may not even be consciously aware as yet what this great desire is, but your heart knows. It holds the secret knowledge and will unveil it when your mind can handle it. And your mind will be able to handle it more once you've cleared away these limiting beliefs and issues that you've got in the background. When your heart is much more powerful than your mind. I love this statement. I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting myself here. I got this when I first started my business, when I left the corporate world to step into a spiritual path that was going to provide for me. And this is perfect, so this may well apply to you, pal, too. If you're wanting to change your career, you can work with me to do that because I've done it and I'm doing it. So when your heart is much more powerful than your mind, you won't unintentionally block the incredible grace of manifestation seeking to pour into your thirsty soul like the sweetest, purest waters of blessing. It's time to free yourself up, pal, too, because the future is coming and it's looking jolly nice, is what I'm going to say. So, if you've liked this and it's resonated, please do click on like and subscribe because it really helps to grow my channel. And as I've said, if you would like to work with me, all the information is in the description section. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, pal, too. Goodbye. Hello, pal 3. Welcome to today's reading. You have picked serendipity. And I like the fact that we've got a lucky 4-leaf clover in that picture there, and somebody is flying on that 4-leaf clover that luck is carrying you along. And part of the reading for this card is that somebody has either come into your life or is about to come into your life, and they are the right person and it is the right time. So whether this is romantic or it's a new person who's come in who is bringing meaningful effects somehow to your life, they are very important to you on your journey. And divine, it's all fated. Divine forces are at hand here. So pay attention to positive signs that you're getting about what's going on here, because this is quite an important time for you. So let me put that there. Now obviously the question is, should you tackle this situation? I'm not sure what your situation is yet, Spirit, Pile 3 even, but we're going to have a look at more detail, and I have picked cards with Spirit already to see, so we'll see what's coming up. So you've got Ask Your Angels, so there's definitely something here where trust in the divine is very apt with both cards. Do whoever you believe in, you know, whether it's your ancestors, whether you believe in the angels or God, or you know, whoever it is that you may have faith in, do ask for their support, help and guidance with this situation. Let's have a look. So you have got a new gown. This is an awesome card because it basically says you're almost stepping out of an old skin into a new way of being, like you're stepping into a new shinier version of yourself, or showing the world a different version of who you are, a lighter, more glowing, shining, honest, truthful version of who you are. So we've got some real serious glow up vibes going on, Pal 3. I'm going to just have a look at, in all the other card readings. I've read a bit out of the book for the Rumi cards because they're so poetic and so beautiful, and it's lovely to see. Let me just they're really long, so I want to pick the right bit. There's a section of it that says, I have the perfect gift for you. It is a new gown of new colours, of colours perfectly suited to you and no other. The colours of this gown will make your eyes sparkle and gleam as though they were more beautiful than the most precious of gems. So hold on no longer to that shabby, tattered cloak, so unworthy of you. Cast it off. Let me grace your shoulders now with this royal robe instead, that you may shine beautifully as befits a royal child of divine parentage. This oracle comes to you as sacred portent. You are fast approaching a moment of a great leap, an evolutionary shift on your spiritual path. Your sense of yourself and your divine identity is about to be revealed and realized in a way more potent than ever before. This is wonderful. It is a divine happening. You must allow it. Do not confuse humility with humiliation. Do not humble yourself excessively. You do not have to battle with false pride either. Simply honour yourself as a living being, worthy of life, worthy of this royal path of divine realization. Crikey, Pile 3. So, you're stepping into empowerment in a way that's to be honoured. And it's stating, don't allow yourself to be dragged into dramas or power games. You are worth so much more than that. You're tapping into your inner dignity, and others might not know how to respond. And that might be part of what's going on with the should you tackle this situation. As you shift and change, as something happens for you, as you're having your glow up in whatever way that is, whether it's because somebody's come in who's important to you and it's impacting on other people. So just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But I'm just going to say, if you've met someone and it's a really important, maybe romantic relationship or friendship, and it's affecting other people around you, and the thing is, sometimes it can push on the issues of others. You know, if you step into a place of love, or you step into a place of something that somebody else wants, it can make them feel a sense of lack. Sometimes others can forget that they have the power to manifest the reality that they live in. Everything that's happening to each individual is being manifested from the inside out. So if you've created this new aspect It's to do with your soul contract. It's to do with probably the work that you've been willing to do. You've probably been brave in certain ways to get to this point. So it's okay for you to allow yourself to shine and for you to be honest and empowered by the good fortune, I want to say, that has fallen upon you with the support of spirit. So what else have we got? Okay, so we've got divine love here. So it maybe is meeting somebody who is a loving partner, you know, a very important relationship. That might not be the same for all of you, but for some of you, I feel that might be the case. For others of you, the point of this is that it is fated. What is happening for you, which feels like very lucky, it's in a special way, something good and positive that's happening for you. It's fated, and it's showing, it's allowing you to receive more love in your life by making these changes. I feel like with this that potentially, we'll see what the detail is, but it feels like maybe you shouldn't tackle the situation. That actually, yeah, ask your angels to tackle the situation. Allow spirit to sort this out. There's a bigger divine plan for you. You just need to stand in your own energy, in your own love, and accept what is coming towards you in a positive way without letting negativity or any other issues worry you. Let go of doubt, you know, let go of the things that are causing you concern in any way, so that you can experience the positivity that's been sent your way from spirit, from the divine. You know, this has come in for you as a lucky, lovely thing. Let me get more information for you, pal 3. Sometimes we've got to be, this says very specifically, don't focus on dramas, don't focus on, you know, issues or problems, because it's taking away the gift of the loveliness that we've got. If life is good, enjoy it. If people are jealous of it being good, just step away from them for a short amount of time until they can settle down, and or step away from them for a longer while, you know, just so that you're not having the impact of people being negative towards you, if that's what's relevant for you, pal 3. Let me see, let's have a look. Spirit, please can we have a bit more detail about what's going on for pile 3. So you may be working towards something, you may be working a lot, or you may have put a lot of effort into creating something, possibly a new business, or you've stepped into a new job maybe, or you're working towards building something with somebody that's tangible, is kind of what that's about, and it's positive. You know, you're doing a great job, is what that card's saying, pal 3. You are doing a great job at what you're doing, so keep going. There's an element of healing happening. You may have somebody, this might be about somebody who is a healer, maybe you are a healer, but there is an element of healing coming in with this, with the experience that you're going through. Spirit, what else is going on, please? And by going through this experience, you will be healed. Yeah, the Lover's card. It can be about choices and direction, but obviously it's also potentially, we've got 2 here, which could be suggesting romantic relationships. Or for those of you, this has said somebody might be coming in, or they're already here. So just take that if it resonates. There may be somebody coming in for you, pile 3, who is a romantic interest. If it's not that, and it's just that there's love coming into your life more, about because you're being healed and you may be starting a new career or something, or a new project, or learning something that's making you feel more love for life and enabling you to make more choices and different decisions, then you can take that as it resonates too. How are other people going to feel about, how are other people going to see you? Hold on. Everything flew out. There's maybe a lot of thoughts going on about you. There might be a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions from different people, pal 3. Because everything tried to fly out then. Can we just have one? Maybe in connection to what they should this situation be tackled? Blame. Interesting. So there may be pointing fingers coming at you. That's interesting. Other people who aren't accepting, like I said earlier, that they are responsible for the reality that they live in. Other people who aren't accepting that they are empowered to manifest the life that they want. What else? That's not your fault, Pearl 3. That's not your fault. Just take time out of that a little bit. Step away lovingly from drama. Just so that you can enjoy this positive thing that's going on for you. And it's okay to take a step out of your normal life, especially if one thing that tends to happen is, if you have met somebody else, or if you're focusing on bringing something into your life that's got more love about it, that's a shift and a change, and it's positive in that way, we want to apply our energy to that, because where thought goes, energy flows. The more we apply our energy to something, the stronger the foundation of it will be, the stronger it will be, so the more likely it's to have longevity as we ground it into the 3D world. When we first come up with something like this is new, it's showing you there's newness here. Anything that's new needs time and focus, like a new baby. It needs time and focus placed upon it so that it can grow strong. It needs to be loved. It needs to be nourished. It needs to be encouraged and supported so that it's got strength to grow into something substantially strong. So whether that is a new project or a new relationship, the newness of something is to be enjoyed. Whenever we have something new, whether it's a new project, a new thing, or a new relationship, there's excitement around it. And it's fun, and we don't want anybody pulling us out of that lovely energy, because it's not there all the time. So when it does come, it's to be appreciated. So I'm getting a very strong message as part of this Pile 3 that it is not for you to tackle this situation. It is for you to step out of the situation, enjoy what is going on for you in life, enjoy your new experiences and your new surroundings. And if there are problems, ask for powers that are bigger than you to sort it out. Other people think that you owe them something. They think that you have a responsibility and that you're slacking off from it. Might be the case. Again, let's take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. That they think that you owe them something. Well, you don't. It's my open and honest opinion, part 3. You don't. Just because somebody decides that you've got a duty to them, we've got different cultural elements that state, how we should engage with family and friends and all that sort of stuff. But those are conditioned beliefs. In reality, you were born into this world and you are not physically connected to anybody. the choices you make about how you provide for others in this world, or how you support others, whether you're friends or family or whatever, that's down to you. It's totally up to you. And if they're all adults who are capable of looking after themselves, then they can look after themselves for a little while. You don't have to be on call 24 hours a day or of service to them. There's maybe elements within this situation, by you stepping away from certain situations, will enable them and empower them to sort a few things out for themselves, which is never a bad thing, because the more people can learn at a soul level, the more they'll progress. Spirit, what advice have we got for Pal 3, please? What advice have we got for Pal 3? This feels like your life is taking a really nice turn, and it's important to take the time to enjoy it without focusing on others. Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. But it's safe for you to see that you are in a position to receive love. It is safe for you to see that love is available to you, that good things are available to you. It's safe for you to see yourself as you are without having to apologize for being more now, somehow, is what I want to say. Pile 3. Let's have another one. Can I have another advice card, please? Spirit, advice card. Integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. And that's kind of what I've just said about the service card. Do what you feel is right for you, but don't do it out of guilt, or make choices with a loving heart, and that includes doing what's right for you, Pal 3. Show love to yourself as well as those that you've been loving in your circle of friendships, work, or family or whatever. But also it's important that you matter as well, and you can still act from an integrity point of view. You can still act in love, I kind of want to say to your Pal 3, whatever that looks like, but with love to yourself, and sometimes knowing that by stepping away from something, you are in a nice way, you enable other people to learn their lessons. So there was a time when I once had to step away from a friendship that meant ever such a lot to me. I'm going to tell you this story now because I think it might be helpful. It meant ever such a lot to me. It was a really, really, really long friendship. I'd got a lot of love for the person. I still do. But they weren't being that nice to me. So I used loving words to say that I loved them and I cared about them, but at this point in time I needed a bit of space to go through a certain change and a certain transformation, and then I'd come back to them when I just had that bit of space and time to sort myself out. And I did that in a lovely and positive way. Now they didn't react that great, but that's their choice. And the same with you. Like, you can do something nicely. It is the other people's or person's choice and decision how they respond and react. That is not your responsibility if they're adults. Well, even if they're children, you can encourage them in the right way. But, you can only be responsible for so much, Pal 3. Right. Let me I want another card for you. If Pal 3 allows divine beings, asks them in your mind, out loud or in your head, to support and help you, and focuses on the growth, the joy, the love, the healing that is going on for them now. What is the potential outcome, please? Spirit for pile 3. What is the potential outcome for pile 3? To be fair, there'll be a balance. There'll be a better balance, and it's fairness. Because I think I feel very strongly that you're deserving of this experience, pal 3, of the positive stuff. It's time for you to shine. It's your time to have these experiences because I want to say it's likely that you've given an awful lot of yourself over the years or over the months, or in some way, you will get a balanced fairness, justice somehow within the situation. Let me get you a final card. Can I have a final card for pile 3, please, Spirit? Beyond the threshold of fear. So you may be experiencing some elements of fear as these shifts and changes approach you. And I think that's perfectly reasonable, and it's okay to honour those and to recognise that. This again is a Rumi book, Rumi one, so I'm just going to tell you quickly some of what it says. Get used to the new way and take steps. Test your legs. You'll find them powerful and ready. Get set to fly. Test your wings. Trust is one, daring is the other. You'll find them enthusiastic for flight. Trust in your vision. There is no darkness and light for you anymore, just life living free and clear. So it's saying have a good time. It basically says have a good time, enjoy this, allow the love that is coming in to be there for you. And this is a celebration. It says after so long you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken and delight in the light and sound of your divine being. You have broken through a barrier, a self-imposed barrier of fear, whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness, and you are now taking steps that enable you. It might feel a bit strange. Yeah, I think you're coming into, the new gown is very much about coming into a new way of being. There's a whole new world opening up for you, pal 3. And like I said earlier, you've been brave enough to step into that. So I'm going to leave that there for you because I've gone on for quite a while, I can see. If you did like this, please do like and subscribe to help grow my channel so I can help more people like you. And you are perfectly willing and able, if you'd like to work with me as a life coach, which is on my www.foxglovecoaching.com site. That link is in the description, and you can also book one-to-one readings with me and therapy sessions and past life regressions by going onto my shop, which is in the Buy Me a Coffee link. I wish you lots of love and a wonderful time. Good luck to you, pal 3. Take care. Goodbye.